This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories, and welcome to my review of the first full season of The Bad Batch. And this is my second video today. Earlier you saw I hope you saw my review of the Mandalorian shuttle set, or Mandalorian Starfighter. And let's just go over Season 1 of The Bad Batch. And just to say, alright, I love this season. It's probably, looking at the first seasons of at least Star Wars shows, especially the animated ones, it definitely is the best. And as I said before, this is probably my second favorite TV show, right behind the Clone Wars. And that's my very quick, kind of review of it, saying I just really liked it. But time to go into specifics. As you know, and I have been reviewing this every Saturday, day after it came out, and I just loved watching it. I think every episode was good or great, and honestly, I think, the quote-unquote worst ones were still really good. I honestly just didn't feel as good as the rest. And my two least favorite were episode, I think, 13, Infested. There was it was 16 episodes, so episode 13, and episode 16, Kamino Lost. But honestly, I still like those episodes. I think that even Kamino Lost, which I feel like, honestly, this might be part of it, maybe expecting a bigger finale. Part of the reason why I'm not putting it higher. But honestly, I still think it was a very good episode. And although it was different, not exactly what you're expecting, that's what this show is. Because it is a different type of show, and the finale is pretty in line with that. It's honestly just, I think, as I said, I kind of wish there was one more episode in the season. One that would maybe show that, even more that Crosshair still cares about his brothers but will remain loyal to the Empire. And to just quickly say, I'd probably put that episode, probably episode 17, or they could have cut Infested out, since I think that's the weakest, and instead move every episode one back, and episode 16 could be one where they try to escape Kamino, but are captured, and Crosshair, they try to escape from an Imperial prison on a Venator, or maybe, I don't know, somewhere else maybe, and maybe not exactly escape prison, but I'd say more like episode 5 and episode 4 style, like they get pulled in and they go, like disable the tractor beam and everything so they could get out. And with it'd be cool to see, as I see, similar to the one with Agent Kallus in season 3 of Rebels. And but I mean that Crosshair will basically let his brothers escape, but unlike Kallus, he is not going to be a spy. He will be loyal to the Empire. He just will not be as willing to take his brothers down. Honestly, I think that'd be a interesting dynamic and could lead to Crosshair's redemption, maybe in the season 2 finale or later. Or maybe things turn around and something happens and Crosshair becomes more extreme and tries to take him down. But honestly, either way, I think that would be interesting. And now I'm going to talk about a few more things, just, about the show, that I'll talk maybe specifically about seems for the show overall. I really enjoyed it all. Loved it from episode 1 to 16. And I'll kind of talk about some stuff confirmed in, the post, well, in this era that's right after it. This a little bit over a week. And with it, the first thing is that they have confirmed a few major things from what I saw. The first is that Crosshair has had his inhibitor chip removed. And honestly, I wasn't even planning on putting this into the video because I didn't know it, but I was watching a video like right before I just saw this while I was recording this, and I saw that they got in the video they were talking about. It was an official confirmation from the writers, I believe, and you can go look at it on StarWars.com that the inhibitor chips were removed, and it seems like they're fine letting us know that, even though I feel like it probably would have been a better idea to keep it as a mystery. And continuing on with some other stuff. That is one of the interesting things. Another is, Imperial Commandos are kind of, confirmed. But, you kind of could have made that pretty obvious and didn't have to say it. But the most important one is something I was talking about on Monday, and that is we have it officially confirmed that Mount Tantus and Wayland, spelled slightly differently, W-E-Y-L-A-N-D instead of W-A-Y, is the planet. And honestly, I think the one reason might be, who knows, it's either, maybe a thing spelling for the concept art, or it could be something pretty nefarious, like they're trying to cut Timothy Zahn out of, some royalty he gets from them using the name Wayland, just so they, could save, like, a buck or something. And when I say buck, I mean, of course, it's more, but in relative terms to them, it's like, losing $1. But let's just go back to the show. And watching, yeah, I think it was just so interesting to watch. Honestly, I think I loved every member, and honestly, I just kind of hope they do a little more with Echo. Although I think I could kind of understand why Echo was the least developed this season, since he already had the most development coming in. But still, it wasn't a lot. Thinking of it, Echo during the Clone Wars. Of course, I'm not counting anything with the Bad Batch, since, with them, once I, show up, it's basically they, are in the same episodes. And that would, kind of count against it. Although he didn't technically appear in one of the Bad Batch ones, so he kind of appeared, but it was not just his voice. So you can't really say there's any development there, so we'll just count one off from that. But off the top of my head, he appears in Rookies in Season 1, and then doesn't appear again until the Season 3 premiere, Clone Cadets. Then again until, well, then he appears in the next episode, Arc Troopers, and then he doesn't appear again until the 2 episodes in the Citadel arc. But since, we're going to just take out one because of that one Bad Batch episode he had. Well, actually, we'll just say it. Yeah, he has 5 episodes of development before the Bad Batch appear, and then with the Bad Batch, they appeared in 4 episodes of Clone Wars, which also had Echo in them, and Echo was kind of the focus of those episodes, him and Rex, but still, 4 episodes, well, 5 episodes, including the Bad Batch one, and with the Bad Batch he has, 3, so you could say 8, but it's not a huge difference, and really, when you think of it, yeah, it's, still 4 to 8, but it's really only 4 episodes, and he didn't have too much more development, but still, I think that he probably could have got a little more, and that's one of my, honestly, only real complaints, because, unlike many people, I don't hate filler. I hate, bad filler, which is basically when they just put a story in and it just sucks and has nothing, connected at all. That's the only type of filler I don't like. So, for example, the one episode of The Flash, the Allegra episode, was basically, bad filler. Honestly, that episode didn't even kind of suck. It was just, it wasn't, too good, and it kind of, put an unnecessary storyline into there that they didn't really have to do, and could have saved time for something else. But honestly, that's a totally different video to talk about. But going back to this, yeah, I really enjoyed Bad Batch Season 1. I think they did a really good job, and it was also nice to have, some people appear. I don't think, they overdid it with cameos. I think everyone was expecting some cameo in the last episode, but it wasn't really there. So, yeah, the last episode really was character driven, which was nice because it's usually expected to be a giant, spectacle. And I'll say, as I was saying, the finale, it wasn't bad. It was just, one of my favorites. Although the one before was probably my favorite one. And also the destruction of Camino. That was an interesting plot point. And ultimately, honestly, I just had, as I'm saying, I had so much fun watching this. It was so great to watch for 16 weeks. And really, I just cannot wait to see Season 2. That's really all I have to say, so I don't keep repeating myself. And before we head out, as I said, I think every Saturday, I'm definitely recording a video on a Friday, just so I could have a good idea of what my videos will be for next week. And on Sunday, I'll have a review of the Ironmonger Mayhem set, which I got earlier this week. And that will be out, of course, Sunday. And then on Monday, it was 2 I'm thinking of right there, since I didn't stream Monday, Tuesday, but I think I'll put a Bad Batch theory out on Monday. It's more of a Rex theory, but it's what's going to happen with him in Bad Batch and how he transitions to Rebels. On Tuesday, I'll have, I think I'll have a versus. I will be putting the Ghost crew against the crew of the Rogue Shadow from The Force Unleashed. And although I'm pretty sure you know where that fight's going, I think that it's still, a valid point to bring up. And looking at the rest on Wednesday, I'll have my Arrowverse review out, and also a review of What If Episode 3. On Thursday, I'll be doing that one video I was talking about, trying to figure out how the Injustice games kind of work in the Arrowverse timeline, since in the Arrowverse, really the storyline of Injustice would not be able to work, since it's dependent on us knowing who the heroes are. And also on Thursday, I'll be having my review of Titans Season 3, Episode 5. And then on Friday, I should have a review out of the Trouble on Tatooine set, I believe. And there might be a, second video, but after that decision's made, that will not be until later next week. And then on Saturday, that's kind of the day I'm not going to say, because I don't know what I'm going to be doing on Saturdays. The Saturday is going to be made, decision will be made maybe Thursday, sometime Thursday, early Friday, so I could record that and put in this, next week's update. But look out for all of that next week. And really, I'll just see you all in the next episode of Legends and Theories. Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories. Please subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, check out the video on screen, and may the Force be with you.